Hello and hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. How you doing? Welcome to Last Week in Germany, where I, some random ass dude, I'm gonna be reacting to the top posts out of Germany over the last week. And first and foremost, I've been seeing a lot of these headlines, okay? And these are extremely intriguing to me. Like, what the hell's going on? Well, before this headline, I was seeing these headlines. Multiple drone sightings reported in Germany in past 3 days. What? Lasers installed at German airport to ward off the drones. And now I'm seeing this one, okay? Germany's Merz suspects the Kremlin behind the Munich drone sightings. That's insane. Says the drones are being used for espionage and to unsettle the public. He added that a minority of the incidents involved people in Germany who were privately building drones in a copycat crime. I'm just going to say my immediate reaction is that sounds like total bullshit, but okay. Like maybe one person did that. I guess kind of obviously Russia is denying any responsibility, saying Berlin still hasn't figured out with the Nord Stream pipelines and doesn't know who blew them up. So as far as this laser, I was very curious about what this means, installing a laser. I thought, like, can it disable a drone somehow? No, apparently it will literally just be able to tell how far away the drone is. Okay, I guess that's, it is something. I'm not sure how that wards off any drones, though. I don't even know what to say or think about this other than that Russia seems to be going off the deep end. Like, it's a very weird, creepy escalation, and I'm concerned for what's to come, but also I guess that's kind of like what the purpose behind it, right? Like they're trying to scare people. Now, as far as the top posts, guys, on to much more important matters. Can I buy these separately? And it's some kind of snack tray. I've never seen this in my life. Must be a German thing. It's kind of like trail mix, but not mixed, which actually is convenient if you like one of these things more than the others. They're saying these three things are the best. I would have to include the pretzels, I feel like, but okay. I can't say. You guys tell me. How to tell you are on a German train. They like to keep the seats warm on the German trains. Is this being used to like mark a seat, like save a seat? But where would these people be? Like, how are you going to save a seat? I don't get it. I mean, it looks like the train is in motion. So where are the passengers that are sitting here? Pooping? I had never seen the towel on the beach chair, but I just had someone come by and throw their stuff on the chairs on this long distance train. Are they reserving it for other people or just went to the bistro? I can understand the latter. I don't know what a bistro is. Or I think it's called a bistro. A small restaurant serving meals. Okay, I guess you can buy some food at a little bistro on the train. I mean, I've heard that term before. I never really knew exactly what that is. It's definitely not a very common term here in America. But, I mean, that makes sense, right? Yeah, I mean, I agree that makes sense. What do you guys think? Is that good etiquette? Is that okay? Seems okay. Ooh, something critical of Germany. I always try to keep the stuff here relatively positive, but once in a while, you know, it's interesting to read something like this. Germany's air is filled with cigarette smoke, and I hate it. Oh my God, this is a bit long. I live in Germany, and honestly, wherever I go, it feels like the air is filled with cigarette smoke. As a non-smoker, it feels like my basic right to breathe clean air is constantly being taken away. It is always interesting when, you know, two different people's freedoms bump up against each other. You know, the freedom to smoke a cigarette and the freedom to not breathe in a cigarette. I guess the freedom of the person trying to just breathe normal air probably takes precedent. But with that said, is this an exaggeration? I mean, is it really that hard to like find clean air? I know smoking is pretty common in Germany and in Europe in general. Not so much here in America anymore. I have seen parents holding their newborn in one arm and a cigarette in the other. Ooh, classy. I feel this should be illegal. Maybe. I mean, to a certain extent, you're allowed to be a pretty shitty parent, right? But when it is putting the health of your baby at risk, I mean, it starts to get, yeah, I don't know. Where is this place in Germany? I like this question because it's like, I mean, I don't know about Germany, but if you posted this in America and said, where is this? It would be like, I don't know, man, maybe somewhere around like, I'm going to guess like here, somewhere around here. It is very pretty, though. I like those flowers. Are those dandelions? Oh, the flowers are Lovensan, which is indeed a dandelion. Oh, wow, they actually figured it out. It's it's middle Franconia, Truchlingen, north end of town, just before the turnoff to Vettelschmeier Keller. Damn. I mean, kind of creepy that you guys figured that out, but I'm impressed. Good job. Okay, anytime I see a post about the economy, it's interesting to me, so we got to read this. Hey, everyone. Well, it says, what's going on with the German economy right now? Hey, everyone, I'm German myself, but I figured I'd write this in English. Lately, I keep hearing about layoffs left and right. Just saw Bosch is cutting 13,000 jobs. Lufthansa, another 4,000. My last company let go of about 200 people. And the one I'm at now already axed about 150. It feels like every time you open the news, someone else is announcing restructuring. I work in IT, so I'm not in manufacturing directly, but honestly, I'm not super confident about where this is heading in the next 5 years. Germany always had this image of being super stable and strong economically, but it doesn't really feel that way anymore. Am I just getting paranoid because I'm surrounded by bad news, or is this really the new normal? Curious how others see it, especially outside IT. I don't know, but I have 8+ years experience, higher education degree, C1 German certificate, and I can barely land an interview, let alone a job. Good thing I'm still employed, but I've been looking for a job change for 1+ years, and it's looking grim. You know, I am anecdotally seeing a lot of this type of chatter here in America as well. You know, if you go on TikTok and stuff, you see people talking exactly like this here in America. I'm not sure if it's quite to the same extent as it is right now in Germany. I mean, part of me just feels like it's kind of like this is engineered, you know? They're orchestrating this to be like this. At least here in America, the Federal Reserve, you know, with inflation being as high as it was and the job market being really hot here in America. I assume it was over there in Germany as well during the pandemic. I mean, part of their solution to stopping inflation was to cool off the job market, meaning they wanted less job openings. They wanted less salary increases. They wanted a little bit more unemployment. So, I mean, that's exactly how people are feeling, and it's not really a shock. I feel like a lot of people don't exactly look at it that way or know that, you know, that's essentially what they were doing on purpose. Now, with that said, of course, their goal isn't for it to actually be like a recession. Well, anyway, it does feel like maybe we're going into a recession, right? In America and Germany. Let's see this person's take. This is a highly voted comment. The flow is as follows. Smaller companies rely on bigger ones for orders, which is not happening. Bigger companies rely on government policies or customer demand, which is not happening. Governments rely on friendly trade between countries, which is definitely not happening. Definitely not happening with America. Customers don't have money because their companies are firing them, which is definitely happening. I mean, I think what this illustrates, because I think essentially this is right, it illustrates how the economy can like spiral up or down, you know? There's like feedback loops, and if it starts spiraling down, it can be really bad. This is interesting. So at this Deutsches Museum, I noticed there's a projection that shows the swastika on the tail of this airplane, but none of the other planes have it. Does anyone know why they do this? So that's a projection onto the airplane? That's interesting. I'm just curious, why would they do that? On some planes, they had phases where they either painted or removed it. For a few years, they have been doing it via projection. Huh. It's basically an artistic way of showing the original paint without having to paint or remove it. Interesting. You know, that actually kind of makes sense. That's a pretty creative solution. Wow. This is stunning. This is, well, I can't say that. Unfortunately, I can never visit here because I could never tell Siri, you know, where to go. But I'll give it a shot. It's the Wallfahrtskizze St. Bartholomew. It's freaking beautiful. Oh my God. This is interesting. You hear about this here in America all the time as well. You know, you have Chinese spies for the CCP that come and infiltrate universities a lot of times here in America, or companies or the government. Happens a lot. I don't know why it's not talked about more. It's kind of weird. But anyway, this Chinese spy infiltrated the AFD. So that he was an aide who worked for a leading member of the AFD. And he's been jailed for 4 years and 9 months. I mean, that's just interesting, huh? This is kind of an interesting post. I regret leaving Germany in 2009. It's really sad I haven't been happy in the United States for many years. I'm 34 now, and I regret having left. I don't know how to start over. I wish I had never left Germany for the US. I mean, that sucks. I mean, I sympathize with that because I can imagine, or I guess not sympathize, but empathize. I don't know. I can imagine that, you know, taking that leap to leave your country for another country, thinking, oh, it's, you know, you're hoping your life is even better in this other country, and then it's not. That would suck. But how difficult is it? I assume he's still a German citizen, right? Like a dual citizen? So, I don't know. I mean, I understand, of course, there's more factors and logistical reasons to why you might not be able to super easily just move back, but still, if you're not enjoying it, if you'd rather be in Germany, I mean, I'd say at any cost, maybe you need to go back. I left Germany in 2020 and came back 14 months later. I had a similar feeling. I knew I needed to get back ASAP. I'm sorry, but remember, the grass isn't always greener. Whereas they also say the grass is greener where you water it. I never heard that. I like that. Is owning a Duder bag in Germany a mandatory requirement for citizenship? I've seen so many of them at this point. Seems to be the case. I don't even know what that is. Oh, of course, it's like a hiking bag. No, it can be substituted for a Jack Wolfskin jacket. What is the name of this building? It's AI that mixed Altes Rathos and Neues Rathos in Hanover. Great. I'm so glad we live in this timeline, guys, where nobody knows what's real anymore. It's all probably fake. Especially, I mean, have you guys seen Sora 2? That just came out. Oh my god, I don't even know what to do, guys. It's like, holy shit. Because we spend our whole lives now staring at these screens, and now you'll never know if anything you see on it is real or fake. So that's fantastic. And to think this is the worst it's ever gonna be. Such an amazing country. I'm a 30-year-old male from Pakistan. About 9 months ago, I moved to Germany, and I've been living in the beautiful Schwarzwald, the Black Forest region ever since. Before coming here, I think that's a super beautiful region in Germany, from what I've seen. Before coming here, I learned German up to the B1 level on my own and found a remote IT job. Ooh, a remote IT job, and you get to live in the Black Forest. That sounds pretty dope. So far, life here has been amazing. The clean mountain air, the breathtaking views, and excellent facilities make everyday life feel peaceful and comfortable. See, I mean, this man found some clean mountain air. I guess the cigarette air is probably in the depths of the cities. That's kind of the nice part about living out in the country. I especially appreciate the safety of this region, the quality of healthcare. Most things are free. I can imagine how amazing that would be. And well, I mean, I can't imagine. I don't know which way to say it. I can imagine, and at the same time, I can't even imagine. And the availability of clean water. Things I don't take for granted. You know, honestly, a lot of people living in first world countries, and yes, I'm saying this about myself, despite the fact that a lot of Europeans say America is no longer a first world country. It's a third world country. Anyway, yeah, we take a lot of it, so much of it for granted, you know, just how amazing the quality of life is. Anyway, as an introvert, I'm not much into parties or socializing, so I enjoy the quiet lifestyle here. Still, I do miss my parents and the food back home. I feel like no matter where you're from, you're gonna miss the food back home at some point, right? Even if the food's amazing, wherever you go. Like, I know Germany has amazing food, but I personally, if I moved there, I'm sure I would miss the smash burgers or the Nashville hot chicken or buffalo wings, New York style pizza. None of this I'm listing is healthy for you, but it does taste good. Anyway, I don't drink, so I can't really admire Germany's famous beers. And a few things here do bother me, like the high cost of getting a driver's license. That is an interesting thing. And the Deutsche Bahn's occasional delays. But then again, no place is perfect. Healthcare is not free. You actually pay a lot. It's deducted directly from your pay. You pay a lot? I'll show you a lot. No, I mean, I that is obviously a good point. Of course, nothing in this world is free. It's all paid for by somebody. But at least your system doesn't have a whole bunch of middlemen taking a whole bunch of profit off the top of it every step along the way. Anyway, I will be leaving Schwarzwald after 9 years, and man, I'm feeling extremely sad. It's one of the best regions of Germany, and no matter how many good adjectives I use, it still won't be enough. Yes, loneliness is a bit of a problem, but if you live in a city like Freiburg, then you are blessed. Shout out to Schwarz. I'm going to do my best. Schwarzwald. Okay, I think I'm all caught up, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope to see you again tomorrow. Goodbye.